Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be back, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Fix me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? How was everybody today? Today's Tuesday, right? Happy Tuesday. Listen, I'm on Snowday until Friday, and I ain't mad about it. I am not mad about it, honey. I slept in yesterday, and then I had to do grades and fight with these parents. Child, these people was emailing me all day yesterday about these grades, honey. It's funny to me how y'all can find my phone number, my email. Well, not my phone number. Y'all can find my email when it's time for grades, but I've been trying to talk to y'all all some quarter. Where you been? So that's kind of what I did yesterday. That's why I did my Married to Medicine yesterday, and I did the Whether You Like It or Not panel, but I wasn't on this channel yesterday. So, Face, what's up, boo? I was thinking about you the other day. Tell the parole officer I said, what's goody? When the weather break, and I know that you be out all the time, so don't even say nothing. Don't even tell me I be out. I know you be out, Face. But when the weather break, we really need to do something, like group up and do something. We need to get the crew together and do something. I don't know. Maybe we all need to come down to your game night where you DJ. But good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm in the office in Manhattan. I'm leaving at 4 on the dot. I will be listening during my commute home. Okay, boo. Yeah, get on out of there, honey. You work in Manhattan? I don't know why I thought you were upper New York. I don't know why I thought you were like upstate. I know, Face. I know. What up, Jay Walsh? Let me say hi to the people. What up, Don? One of y'all dropped the link for the Starlight Awards in the chat so I can pin it. I really wish Manager Moz could pin stuff. I don't know why Manager Moz can't pin. I have voted today. Have you voted today? Now, last night we had 500 people in the Whether You Like It or Not chat, so we should have gotten 500 votes for the Whether You Like It or Not panel last night. And I hope that while y'all were in there, y'all voted for me, y'all voted for Scotty, y'all voted for T, vote for Abby, vote for El Teddy. I know that me and El Teddy are in the same category. Listen, y'all can vote 3 times a day. Vote 1 time for him, vote 1 time for me, and do rock, paper, scissors for the 3rd time. Okay? Y'all know that's my brother, and that's my brother from another mother. So I ain't never gonna be mad about that. You know what I mean? But y'all, make it happen, Cappy. Go on down there and vote. So let me say hi to the people. What's up, Chuck? Miss Cruiser. You ain't had to climb through the window today? Good luck. Good. Cece, what's up? Miss Marnie, Katrina, The Informed, Lock Queen, T Goody. What's going on? Gossip in the Garden. What's up, Quake? Ravine, Social. What's up, Corinne? Hey, boo. Dark Liquor Cam. Yana, Crazy Homebody Girl. What's going on? Don in the house. My head Ursha is here. Lauren, Sweet Pea, I'm keeping an eye on the snow this weekend. I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna make a decision by Thursday. C. Jones, Miss Jocelyn, what's up, Face again? Montrez, Jay, Drinks with D. Hey, boo. DB, what's going on? Ronnie, Vintage. Thank you for being a member for 26 months. Dre Loving Life said, hey, Really B. And chat, sending love from the UK. Well, thank you, boo. There it is right there. I'm going to have to pin it. Thank you. There's the link to vote. I'm going to have to pin it. I'll pin it in a minute. But there's the link right there. Don has dropped it in the chat. Thanks, boo. Nikki, what's up, Cheryl? What's going on? Miss French Kiss. Hey, If the kids do the work when it's initially given or earlier, they won't have these frantic moments. You better say it to the people in the back, baby. I'm with you, Lauren. The parents just as bad too. Listen, I had a parent ask me yesterday. I said, your child doesn't come to my class and they're failing. And his response was, but she's doing the work. So what's more important, her coming to class or her to get the work done? Sir, if you don't want your child to have to actually come in the building and go to class, then you need to homeschool her and she can do it from a computer at home. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. You live in Queens. Oh, I don't know why I thought you were uptown. I mean, upstate for some reason, Ravine. Okay. Hey, Kim, what's up, boo? Don said, by the way, anyone can attend the awards, Houston, Texas. Yes, listen, this is not a closed event. So if you want to come to the awards show, go ahead and click that link. It's in the chat so you guys can get the different prices. There are different events. So the tickets are different tier prices based on what event you may or may not want to attend. Listen, let me tell y'all something. And I know we're not celebrities. Okay. I know we're not superstars and I know we're not celebrities, but when it comes to this space of YouTube, this area that we're in, because YouTube is everything, but this little corner of YouTube that we're in, baby, that is going to be your best bet to meet the majority of us, okay? I'm going to be there. Abby going to be there. El Teddy's going to be there. Scotty. We trying to get T. We working on T. Busy's coming. Busy Blue is coming. JoJo was going to be there. Sakina is going to be there. And then when you go over to the Chasing space, if you guys watch Chasing, and Dario's going to be there. Markella's going to be there. K-Star. Tremel. So listen, if you want to just hang out and be around, and again, we know we're not celebrities. I ain't saying it like, we the Beyonce and them's, but it's gonna be so many of us just in a small space. Y'all can come on through. Come to the award show, get you some tickets, and hang out with us for the weekend, honey. We are going to be having a good time. We're going to have a good time. DB, we need to do brunch. Listen, let's talk about it. Let's see if we can get something together. I was talking to JoJo last night. JoJo, we may do a kickback at JoJo's place. He can rent a space at his apartment building. And I'm going to talk to him about that. And maybe they can bring food in and stuff like that. I was like, we may do a kickback. I don't want to call it a meet and greet because, again, it ain't that serious for us. You know what I mean? But a place where we could just hang out, have some music, laugh and joke, have some food, and just kind of chill for a couple of hours. So I'm going to talk to JoJo about that, find out how much it is and all that good stuff. I've been teasing the youngest because she missed the A by turning work in late in multiple classes. See? And listen, teachers will give students the benefit of the doubt. Like I had a couple of students that I know they're A students, but they didn't do too great second quarter. I take that into consideration. Now I ain't gonna mess around and get an A, but I'm gonna make sure that I ain't gonna, they're not gonna fail or nothing. Really acts like Beyonce in person and busy is shut up. Mims, if Mims is in town and Mims ain't, laid up somewhere, he might come through too. He be around. He be around. Yes, we get the new season of Chasing Atlanta tomorrow, you guys. Absolutely. I live near downtown Houston, so that would be easy for me. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because JoJo lives downtown. I couldn't tell you more than that. I just know that's what he says. Hey, Papo. Yes, y'all. Mims' birthday was this week. Y'all flood the chat. Send him some birthday wishes, some balloons, something, some cakes. Put them in the chat. Wish Mims a happy birthday. Mims been in the witness protection program. He did a live last night though. No, was it last night or night before last? He did a live for his birthday. But Mims been in the witness protection program, honey. Mims, you see your people been looking for you. Yeah, so that's the link for the website. Hold on, let me pin it, child. And shout out, thank you, K-Fit, for sharing me out. Thank you, boo. If you in the clouds or anybody that's here, because K-Fit sent you. Thank y'all for being here. Hold on, let me pin the link, and then we're gonna get started, child. I'm gonna pin the link for the poll to vote, and Don, you could just, if you could just pin the ticket information, you could just pin that, just repost it when you get a chance. Oh, thank you, Miss Pretty Amazing. Thank you, my love. If I didn't say hi to you, charge it to my head, not my heart, child. We getting ready to close the doors in a few minutes. I know we close the doors at 150 people. It's 118. So hit that like button, please, and thank you. We don't have a lot to talk about. I did set a goal. I said if we hit the goal, I will open up the panel and let y'all come up because, I think that I know I have not been as consistent over here talking about like celebrity news and stuff for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's really not a lot going on in celebrity news that I want to talk about. There may be a lot going on that other people want to talk about, but there's really not a lot going on that I want to talk about. I do not want to talk about Blueface. And it just seems like every time I open up the blogs, it's about Blueface and whoever his latest person is and the latest things that he's doing. I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. It's not news to me. Also, clearly Zeus and Lemuel Plummer have paid good money to the Neighborhood Talk and other blogs because, again, all I see is baddies this and baddies that, and this happened on baddies and that happened on baddies. Again, I don't watch baddies. I don't care. I'm not going to watch baddies just so I can talk about what happened on baddies. So, like, if you take out the baddie stuff and if you take out the Blueface stuff, honestly, it's not a lot left. And the second thing, honestly, you guys, I think that mentally, it has been hard for me to come down here and talk about celebrity news and stuff like that when it's just so much going on in the real world, right? We do talk politics, you know what I mean? I do get into the politics of things, but it's just hard sometimes. And again, it's really just not a lot. Like, it's not like a dominant story. I did talk about the Corey Holcomb story. That video didn't even get monetized. And I knew it wasn't because of all of the cussing. Because like I said, I was trying to find a clip of Corey without all the cussing. I couldn't find one. And then, of course, the clip itself of him hitting her. Like, I knew that video probably wasn't going to get monetized, but it didn't. So it's kind of like, when I do try to find a story that we can kind of just talk about, So I don't want to bring people down. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring people down, but it's hard. It's not that I'm ignoring what's going on in the news. Like, I watch the news just like y'all watch the news. I know about what's going on in Minnesota and all of the different things. It's not that I don't know. But I try to balance it, I know that El Teddy does a lot of the politics and a lot of the heavy stuff. And then I try to balance it. You guys leave his classroom, you come across the hall to my classroom, and I try to balance that out. And I just can't. I just don't have a lot there. I'm being honest. So that's why I was like, it's a snow day. I can open up the panel, but yeah, when when there's something out there, y'all know I'll be the first one. I'll come live at 11 o'clock at night if I feel like boom, 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 But honestly, I've been over on the review channel a lot more because I just been reviewing my shows, honey. I just been reviewing my shows. So that's kind of where we are. Yeah, exactly, The Informed. I try not to, let me say that before I forget. For those of you that are coming to the candle event on Saturday, I do know they're calling for snow this weekend. I'm keeping an eye on it. As of right now, they're saying that it's supposed to start snowing overnight. Because at first they were saying it was going to start snowing Saturday, and then it was going to snow into Sunday. Now, the last thing I looked at today is saying that it's not supposed to start snowing until Saturday night. So it should not affect the candle event other than it's going to be cold as hell. However, I will continue to keep an eye on it. And on Thursday, if they're saying something different on Thursday, then I will reach out to the business and find out if we could reschedule it to a different date just to make sure there's no bullshit. So I am aware. what they're saying in the news. Me and Treese talked about it, and I've just been keeping an eye on it. So on Thursday morning when I wake up, if they're still saying that it's supposed to start snowing Saturday night after, like in the evening, then we're gonna move forward. If it's supposed to start snowing during the day, then I'm just going to see if we can reschedule the date. I'm not going to cancel it. I'm just going to reschedule it. So, but I will keep you guys posted. I know that there are at least 2 people coming in from out of town, Tracy and my niece. So, I will talk to my niece about her. I already talked to my niece actually about her flight. And Tracy, I wasn't sure if she was driving or flying. So I'm going to talk to Tracy. Everybody else is local to my knowledge. And when I say local, I mean within the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, local. And so, yeah, Montrez said we're supposedly getting snow this weekend, and it's going to be even colder than last weekend. Yeah, it's supposed to be snow, but last I checked, it's supposed to start Saturday night and snow during the day on Sunday. We should be done with the candle event. The candle class is from 1 to 2:30ish. And then we were going to go to dinner because the candles aren't ready. It takes 2 hours for the candles to be ready. But you can always go back and get your candle. So like if after we do the class, you don't want to do lunch or whatever, you can always come back and get the candle. They're not going to throw it away. Just let them know, look, I'm going to come back and get it on Sunday, or I'm going to come back and get it on Monday. I got to get home. I don't want to be, it's cold, whatever. It's all good. I wanted to go to Redstone, which is the restaurant that's down the hill. If you've been in the harbor, you know what I'm talking about. I wanted to go to Redstone for lunch because I think their price point is better. Their food isn't as expensive, but it's good food. I've eaten there a couple of times. I've enjoyed it. It's good food, and you got the view of the water. But the Walrus bar, oyster bar, is right there. It's literally like, less than a block away. You don't have to worry about that hill. So we can make, and Succotash is right there too. But of course, their prices are a little bit pricier. But we can make a decision on Saturday for people who want to go to lunch. We'll figure it out. Okay. Someone asked Funky on Instagram why he didn't address Mendices. He said he was tired of being on the internet for senseless drama. Well, there it is. Because, I think at a certain point, nothing you say, it doesn't matter. People who've already made up their mind, people who made up their mind have already made up their mind. You know what I'm saying? For the people who are like, yeah, Funky's right, then that's how they feel. And for the people who are like, no, Funky was wrong for what he did, then people feel how they feel. And at a certain point, you get tired of trying to defend yourself. And maybe he's just tired. Because first of all, Mendices, you're a liar. So it is what it is. It's still a foot of ice on my street. I'd be happy to drive to the end of the street at this point. Dang, for real? Now I ain't gonna lie, they did a good job with my neighborhood. Because I went out this morning. I had to take care of something this morning, and I went out, and they did a really good job with the streets. When is the award show? It's the first weekend in June, I believe. You weren't nominated. I ain't got nothing to do with that. They sent the information out, boo. I agree with that, Kim. It does not help the narrative that people feel like he only has smoke for women. You right about that, because it doesn't help. Now, Funky, you should have came down here and gave Mendices the same thing you gave Tamar. I do agree with that. Now, that I 100% agree with. Now, we know that he has fussed with men, but the narrative is that he don't never fuss with women. So you're right. And I think he should have addressed it. I ain't saying he had to go nuclear and cuss him out and all of that, but I do feel like he should have addressed it, because again, now he's calling you a liar. He's saying that you lied about what you said. So, but look, I ain't got no dog in that fight. Ain't my monkey, ain't my show. So I just was over here on the sidelines telling y'all what had happened. I don't know. Now I do, since y'all brought up the Tamar, I mean the Funky situation, I do want to ask a question, and I think we talked about this the other day. I think I did, but I'm gonna just have to bring it up again, y'all. Baby, what's going on with Tamar? Tamar taking him to court. Taking him to court for what? She said she did say she's gonna talk to her attorneys. I don't know. I agree, Kim. The narrative is alive and well. Y'all, what is going on? What is going on with Tamar? Tamar has been on TikTok live like 24 hours a day for the last 3 weeks. And I'm not exaggerating. When I say 24 hours a day, maybe it ain't 24 hours a day, but hours. She be clocking in like it's a 9 to 5. She be on there for hours. And her title is always the same. We're growing our family. What family are you growing, ma'am? And why? Because at the end of the day, you're the one that keeps saying that people bring you into drama and you keep your circle small, and that's why you don't do this and you don't do that. So why are you on TikTok meeting people? Like, she was on there last night as I was scrolling, going to bed. I was scrolling TikTok, and she got like these 3 people on there, like, from out of nowhere. Like, what up, Abs? Hey, boo. Like, she's got like these 3 people, like, and I want to, like, these random people. And I'm like, who? Is she on Bigo too? I've never been on Bigo, so I don't know. I told y'all I downloaded Bigo. I logged in one time, and that was the end of that, child. Let me see if she on here right now. I'm gonna just randomly go. Let me just go on to TikTok and see if she's on there. Let me see. Let me see. Tamar Braxton. Let me see. Oh, she not live right now, honey. She not live right now. But when I tell y'all she be clocking in like it's a job, honey. She be clocked in like it's a job. So she not live right now, to be fair. But baby, when I tell y'all, and then she be doing, she's linked in with the hair physician, Santana's best friend. He does her hair, I guess. He's one of the people that does her hair, which I wouldn't brag about. The hair physician does some great hair. Like, he does, reels of him doing hair, and the install, he installs them wigs. But whoever be doing Tamar hair and be putting them wigs right here, they don't need to brag. Mitch, yeah. And Mitch is hilarious. But whoever be putting her wig right here, that's not, you don't need, no. Thank you, the inform. Y'all, we got a goal. Thank you, boo. He done hit $5 towards the goal. Tamar is addicted to the attention. Because at this point, I don't even think Tamar cares whether it's good attention or bad attention. She just wants the attention. She just wants the attention. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Does TikTok pay for content? I heard since the new ownership, they won't pay. They're not paying anymore. I don't know what is going on. And see, remember, that's what I told y'all. That's why I told y'all I wasn't really stressed about getting monetized on TikTok, because everything on TikTok was so unstable. I mean, I know people who built up their channels and then TikTok just takes it away like that. Now they're saying that they're censoring TikTok. They're blocking certain names, certain things going on over there, and it's just a mess. I don't know any of that to be true. I'm just telling you what's being said. I post my little videos on TikTok and I go about my way. Honestly, that's why I just didn't put a lot of energy into the monetization, because for the people who do all those battles and stuff like that, I think they do make decent money, and TikTok pays out once a week. I think the threshold on TikTok is $10. Meaning, as long as you make over $10, you get something in your account. But I just never put a whole lot of energy into it. Now I am looking into Facebook, because I heard that the money over at Facebook is pretty good, and I've never been interested in. But I am looking into trying to monetize on Facebook. Yeah, TikTok will cut the fountain off real soon. Last days of the coin grind. Yeah. Bucky did an interview with Karen White, and she was talking about how she likes Tamar. I saw a guy lost 2 channels over there. Yeah, I saw somebody else that was like big over there lost a channel. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, we about to close the doors and we about to get it. We don't really have, like I said, we ain't got a lot to talk about, y'all. But let's close the doors. Y'all know what time it is.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
All right, we are closing the doors now. We got 164 people in the room. Can we please get to 120 likes? If you have not hit that like button, can you please hit the like button at this time? Y'all know that there are 2 ways. Which time? It's 4:03. There are 2 ways that you can be a part of this community. It's the free 99 way, which is to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hype the video. If you have a hype, if you got a hype over there. And then, of course, there's the way if you want to donate to the channel. You guys can always Cash App, Super Chat. The number for today is 403. $4.03 is when we lock the door. So $4.03, $14.03, $24.03, $44.03. And one of these days it's going to be $4,400.03. Okay? Amen? Amen. But again, if you guys, and y'all know you don't have to financially contribute over here. Although if you want to help a sister out that's stranded in the house for a couple of days, y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. We got ice all around us, honey. I'm just stuck here. Anyway, with that being said, Kanye West has apologized. He has sent out, let me see this. Speaking of him, did you see the video of him talking about his praise team sounding a mess while he was sounding like, I did see that. Child, listen. Y'all when I say y'all, I'm talking about them, not me, but us. But y'all will get enough of the just nonsense. Just the nonsense. Y'all just be doing just too much. Just nonsense, honey. He must have a project coming out, or that money drying up. That money is drying up, honey. So he has sent out, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I think, let me see. Yeah, he has sent out a letter to the Black and Jewish community. I just think maybe they just got him on some new meds, child. That's all I think. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I think they just got him on some new meds. But now y'all know Kanye was one of the people we ain't talk about over here. But let's read what this man has to say now. He's trying to apologize. So let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what this say here. Shoot, child. Let me open up this small print. Lord have mercy. Okay, hold on. Let me read this, child. I need to put my other glasses on to read this. But let me try. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. Let me see. It says, 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. Comprehensive scans were not done, neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. Okay, all right, thank you. Right. Bipolar disorder comes with its own defense system, denial when you're manic. You don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing your grip entirely. Okay, we're going in the right direction. Let's keep reading. Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off. In fact, that is very serious and debilitating disease you can die from. According to the World Health Organization. Oh, the World Health Organization that the United States is no longer a part of? Oh, okay. That World Health Organization. Okay. And Cambridge University, people with bipolar disorder have a life expectancy that is shortened by 10 to 15 years on average. and a 2 to 3 times higher all-cause mortality rate than the general population. This is on par with severe heart disease, type 1 diabetes, HIV, and cancer, all lethal and fatal if left untreated. Okay. He giving us the background. He letting us know. Let's keep going. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is when it tells you you don't need help. It makes you blind, but convinced you have insight. You feel powerful, certain, unstoppable. Okay. I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love the most, I treated the worst. You endured fear, confusion, humiliation, and exhaustion of trying to have someone who was at times unrecognizable. Looking back, I became detached from my true self. Okay, I'm liking this letter. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth now. I am liking this letter. Let's keep it's a couple more paragraphs. Y'all hold on there with me. In that fractured state, I gravitated toward the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience. I regret that I am deeply mortified by my actions in the state and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. I am not a Nazi or anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. To the Black community, which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times, the Black community, the Black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am sorry to have let you down. I love us. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unstable, there are times I did not want to be here anymore. I don't have the rest of the letter, but I think we get the gist of it. Listen. I said from the beginning that this man was dealing with not being on his meds and he was dealing with a manic episode. I said that from the beginning. And the problem is in this country, and it's not just about rich or poor. This is just about, in this country, it is very hard for family members to get help for adults who have mental issues. It's just hard. And I'm not excusing everything that Kanye West did and said. I'm not. But what I am saying is, I do believe that this man has a legitimate mental defect. I do believe that he deals with bipolar, and I believe that he was in a bipolar state. He wasn't taking his meds, and the people around him, the ones that wanted to help him couldn't, and the ones that didn't want to help him lived in the access that his manic state gave them. The access to money, the access to things, the access to whatever. I do believe that there were people in his life that were trying to help him. But it is, unless you have ever dealt with someone in your family that has a mental illness, you don't understand how hard it is to get them help. And then you add the layer of him having money, and you add the layer of him being a celebrity, that makes it even harder. So this is what I want to say. It ain't in my place to forgive him. I mean, honestly, it's not. Somebody said he has a project coming out on January the 30th. Well, I think that's a well-written letter. Um, I think it gave people the information they needed. And at this point, people are just gonna make the decision that they feel they need to make on how they feel about Kanye West. I mean, if you want to buy his music, you're gonna buy his music. If you want to buy his shoes, you're gonna buy his clothing. If you want to support him, you're gonna support him. But at the end of the day, I believe that legitimately he was manic, and a lot of what he was doing was coming from that place of him not being mentally stable. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that makes people just automatically forgive him, because it is what it is. But I think that's I think it was a well written letter. It gave people the foundation that they needed to understand. And what people choose to do from here, they choose to do from here. Now, somebody say, well, this is all bullshit because he's got an album or a project coming out this weekend. Could be. Or maybe, he's back on his meds. He's been doing the things, and he realizes, hell, if I want to make some money off this project, I do need to address what I did. I don't know. Child, I don't know. We'll see, honey. We'll see. Now, he addressed the swastikas. He ain't addressed the Donald Trump of it all, did he? Did I hear him say? Now, I ain't finished the letter. That was the first page of the letter. I don't have the rest of the letter because I guess that letter goes on from there. I don't know if in the rest of the letter he addresses it. I don't know. The only thing that makes me uncomfortable is that this is the second time he's issued a grand apology right before a project drop. I would prefer an apology that doesn't feel attached to a rollout. I agree. I agree with you 100%. Crazy Homebody Girl say it's a bit convenient for me, but go with God, Kanye. Okay. I agree with you on that too. Again, I hear what all y'all are saying. I do. But I didn't read the rest of the letter. If y'all had the rest of the letter, I don't know. Does he address making America great again and the Donald Trump of it all? Because, I mean, okay, he apologized to the Black community, but I need you to be specific. Right. Slavery was a choice. Yeah, he does. Listen, it's a lot. And maybe that's why the letter was so long. Proceed with caution. There you go, Miss E. I think that's the best thing. We're just going to proceed with caution. We're going to proceed with caution. Now, for those of you that are just coming in, it's 183 of y'all in the chat. The number for the day is 403. If you want to donate to ReallyBTV, you can donate in the denomination of $4.03, $14.03, $24.03. It'll go towards, what is it going to go to? It's going to go towards to me doing something for being stuck in the house. I don't know what. I ain't ordering I have plenty of food here though. But it's going to go towards something because I'm stuck in this house and I'm being in this house at least until Friday. So it's going towards something. I got ice all out here and snow, and they say it's going to be more snow Sunday, child. But please hit the like button. Let's try to get to 150 likes. If we don't have it, can we do it? Ain't no caution. We not welcome. Oh, damn. Abby said no. Abby said there's no caution. Chuck said apology not accepted. Okay. It can go towards getting my studio set up. Thank you, Quake. Yes, it can go towards getting my studio. Yeah, I said I need to do something. I've been washed clothes today. I didn't do nothing yesterday. But today I did wash. When I get off of here, I got to wash another load. I have a load in the wash. I'm putting in the dryer. I put another load in the wash. I changed the filter on my HVAC system. I did that yesterday. I changed my filter. But other than that, y'all, I really didn't do anything. But today I do think I need to do some stuff. Definitely tomorrow I need to, because I've finished my grades and everything. Definitely tomorrow I need to get some stuff done. Yeah. He gonna act on it again. His apology is worthless. Oh wow. Oh wait a minute. Did somebody send me a $4.03? Thank you. I'm not gonna say your government name. Thank you, CT. Thank you, boo. All right. when he was dressed up in it. Yeah, it's a lot. Listen, we could do the list. Yeah. Now, I don't know if y'all been keeping an eye on this gossip with the Ultimate Girls Trip. Child, the Ultimate Girls Trip has been cutting up, child. They said that Nene done got into an argument with Lisa Wu. They said Portia done got into an argument with Vicky Gunvalson. They said that Candace was filming with the girls, with Portia and with Phaedra. They said somebody else they said got into an argument. Oh, Alexia and Marisol showed up, and they said that Alexia was arguing with Adrian. Is that her name? Adrian from Orange County. Y'all, it's a lot of mess going on this show. Now, I told y'all at the beginning I just wasn't interested. Yes, honey, the mic is still here. So is this the MacBook. I'm on the MacBook right now. Yeah, I still don't think I care. I know they're trying to make me care, right? They keep leaking all of this stuff because they want us to care about this Ultimate Girls Trip. I just don't think I do. Now, obviously, thank you. Oh, thank you. Hold on, I don't want to say your government name. Thank you, D. Hold on. Thank you for the Cash App, boo. Hold on, I don't want to say. Hold on. I think that's your YouTube name, but I just want to make sure before I say it. I don't want to say it out loud, and it's not your YouTube name. Thank you. Thank you, D. I'm gonna just say D. You know who you are. Thank you, boo. All right. Thank you for the Cash App, my love. Okay. Right. I don't know why Lisa Wu was there. But Lisa Wu, they said Lisa Wu and Portia and Nene got into it, child. Yeah, I just feel like they giving us a lot and they keep leaking all this stuff because I think they want us to care a lot. And again, I'm not saying that when the show comes out, I'm not going to talk about it at all because I do Bravo. Like, I do Bravo shows and I do Housewives shows. I just don't know if I'm interested in the play-by-play, episode by episode of it all. I just don't know if I care enough. I haven't heard any of my Dallas girls being named. Any of the Dallas ladies so far, I haven't heard of any of them being there. Now, I did see with Leanne from Real Housewives of Dallas, I did see where she flew into LA because I do still follow her on Instagram. So I don't know. Maybe she went to go film. I don't know. But she did go to LA this weekend, honey. Thank you for becoming a member, Emily. We're going to do a members only probably tomorrow. If I get up early enough, child, I've been in the bed. I've been enjoying sleeping in. But maybe, fortunately, I don't have Cash App. Well, thank you. Mwah! Thank you, Give Me Shelter, for the super chat. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. I agree. I don't care anymore. They all seem to be fake and chasing fame. It's just too much going on. Ooh. Thank you I don't say your government name. Thank you, Face. Thank you for the thank you for the Cash App. I might come around your house with you, but they got to get that ice from around there, honey. You said you got a block of ice. Listen, I had to go out today to take care of something. Y'all, oh shoot, I'm mad at myself. I had something I need to mail. So I got a jury summons and I emailed them, but I need to mail it. And I went all the way out today. I went to the post office and I forgot to mail it. If Cruz is still in here, I know she's shaking her head. I did not mail it. Baby, why that whole parking lot was just ice? I said, what? Hit you up from bed. The problem is I can't do a members only live from bed. I have to set it up on the computer. I can't make it members only from my studio. And if I can, somebody need to show me how to do it. I don't know how to make it members only from my phone, my studio on my phone. I have to do it from the computer. That I know of. If somebody know, again, Don, Abby, if somebody know how to do it, let me know. Pull up on you one day since you can't find me, child. I know where you are on Wednesday nights. Isn't that Wednesday nights? I think I know where you are on Wednesday nights, honey. All right. Now, y'all know that Shamia Morton filed a lawsuit against her doctor. She said that her back had been burned and all of these things. The doctors have responded, and of course they said what you would expect them to say. They said they didn't do anything wrong. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for the cash app, boo. Thank you. They said that there was no wrongdoing, and of course they are demanding that the lawsuit be dismissed. So we'll see what's going to happen with that, child. We'll see what's going to happen with that. Y'all was yeah, her back was burned and all of that. And of course, I mean, all they're going to say is we didn't do anything wrong. It's going to probably have to go to court unless they settle. They may settle. Sounds to me like they should settle. Oh, it's Thursday night. You move spots. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, all of y'all that was doing investigation, y'all know y'all investigative reporters that was posting that Angel's Wonderland ranch was closed, and y'all was trying to say her business was closed. I said it in the chat last night at the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Y'all was saying, oh, it's closed, it's closed, it's closed. Angel done put a post up there and said they are closed for the winter. She said they close every winter. That is a part of their business model. She said they will be back open in the spring, and feel free to book an excursion. Now, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I looked at her website and I looked at the different excursions they have. They have stuff that I might do. Now, am I gonna get on a plane and make a special trip to Colorado just to do those things? I don't, unless somebody pay me. Now, if somebody wants to sponsor the trip, I'll go. And I don't mean y'all. I mean like if a sponsor wants me to vlog it. Again, I'm not talking about y'all pay for me to go to Colorado. I mean like an actual company say, oh, we want you to vlog this experience. I mean, Angel, if you want me to vlog it and post it on my community, I mean on my channel, I'll do it. I would do it. You know, how much is it though? It wasn't that expensive. When I looked at the prices, I mean, for what you're getting, I didn't think it was that. I didn't think the prices were ridiculous. They weren't something that I'd be like, oh, I can't afford that. It was something that's like, oh, okay, you know, it's a little pricey, but not something I can't afford. What excursion they got? You know what? Let me look it up. She is supposed to be opening one in Maryland. Now, if she opens one in Maryland, I will do one. I know they have like the fly fishing, of course. Hold on, let's look it up. Let me see here. Wonderland. What's it called? Ranch? I'm going to just say excursions. We're going to say Denver, Colorado. Okay, let's see what they got. Let's see what comes up. Is it Wonderland Outdoors? Let me see if this is Wonderland Outdoors. Why is it taking so long for the website to come up? I saw a TikTok video that explained it. That's why I remember. Let me see. It might be easier for me to just find the TikTok video of the lady talking about it. Okay, hold on. Rooted in soul, honor, and mindful connection. That sounds right. Rediscover the beauty of nature. Okay. This sounds like them. Hold on, let me make sure this is them. Let me see. Yeah, it is them because it's Bobby right here. It's a picture of Bobby fishing. Okay, so let's talk about what they have. Okay, they have water fishing. Okay, they have water, as it says, water fishing. They have riding, so you can do some horseback riding, which is what I said they should have done. She should have just took them girls horseback riding and put them on their damn flight. Okay. Then they have the food and fire experience. So the food and fire experience is for 1 to 8 people. It says, come with us on a culinary adventure as taste, smell, sight, and sensory unite to create an unforgettable experience. It says you'll be joined by Wonderland Outdoors co-founder, Bobby Massey. He brings the fire and farm and field for your taste buds. Okay, so there's that. Do y'all want to know what's on the menu? Okay, here's what's on the menu. Okay. The starters are smoked rainbow trout, a bunch of words. And then you have a Bali spiced snapper. The main is fried grilled tiger prawns and brown butter dirty rice with andouille and Old Bay. And then you have smothered greens. And then the dessert is bourbon maple pears with a brown sugar crumble. Now that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. Now let's look at the prices. Okay, let's look at the prices. Okay. Now that is their June menu. Their July menu is a little different. They have sourdough bread. The starters is sourdough bread with bone marrow, garden butter, and I don't know what the. Why do I want bone marrow? Okay. Grilled wagyu tomahawk. Okay, now that sounds good. Smoked garlic and butter basted. Okay. 4-hour hung chicken. Okay. Rosemary, garlic, and duck fat fingerlings. And for the vegetables, you have grilled corn, and dessert, you have smoked pineapple with dulce de leche. Mm-hmm. Now, in August is to be announced. They don't have August's price yet. Now, for that, the price is $250 a person. And if you want a private dining experience, it's $350 a person. I don't think that's a ridiculous price. Now, again, I don't think that's a ridiculous price. Morrow is delicious. Okay, I'm gonna have to try it, Chuck. And then they have here where you can make your reservation, But yeah, it's $250 a person. So if it's just 2 people, now they have a hiking experience for 2 to 4 people. They have private water fly fishing. Let's see how much that costs. Let me see. That starts at. This thing is cut off. I think it starts at $375 for the private fly fishing. So you figure that they normally charge $375 for what she was going to do for the ladies. Okay. $250, is that a buffet? No, it's not a buffet. And you can sign up for their list, so you'll be the first to know. These are just some examples. Hold on, let me see what else I can find on here. I don't see the price for the hike, child. The hike should be free, shit. What I'm paying you for? Let me see. Now that was the food experience. Hold on, let me see what I can find some other prices. Okay, some other experiences. The trail riding. Let's see how much they cost to ride the horseback ride. It won't take me back to the horseback ride. Hold on. I don't think that's my internet. I don't think that's their website. I think that's me, child. This thing moving so slow. All right, let's try this again. Okay, riding. Let's see. We'll see what we get for riding. And ain't nothing opening up. Child. Y'all get the gist of it, child. It ain't opening up. I want to know how much the horseback riding was. Now, if they open one up in Maryland, real talk, I would do the horseback riding. I would even do the open dinner experience. I think that sounds nice. It sounds like a nice menu. It looks like it's going to be cooked outdoors. You can sit outside and have a nice, outside experience with a 3-course meal. Listen, anytime you're going, one of them menus had Wagyu and tomahawk steak. Hell, that's your $250 right there. While they said I paid that much for an experience in Maine, they catch the stuff and the chef comes and you eat it right on the beach. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. When we did the ride, when we did the boat ride in Turks and Caicos, that's what they did. They caught the conch right there while we were out on the water, and they cooked it, and we had what we have, Abby, conch salad and rum punch, and I forgot what the dessert was. They made a dessert for us. It was good too. The food was good. Yeah, it was good. Sure was. All right. Oh, was their website? Okay, so Jeff said it was the website. He said he having a hard time too. Okay. I be trying to help these people. Y'all see, I be trying to help the people. I be trying to say it's not them, it's me, but y'all don't be letting me do it, child. Y'all don't be letting me help these people out. Y'all be like, no, really, be. Their website is some shit. That's what you just said. Their website really be. You had the conch shack. You went to the conch shack in Turks and got sick. Ooh, baby, I didn't get sick. Now we had some good food in Turks, but I feel like If I'm being fair, I drank more than I ate while we was in Turks and Caicos. If I'm being perfectly honest, baby, when we got ready to leave and we were cleaning up all them empty bottles that we had, I said, y'all, this don't make no sense. All of these empty bottles that we have laying, baby, when we was putting them bottles together, getting that trash together, and all we just kept hearing was clink, 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 clink. It sounded like T.S. Madison when she do the bottles during her show. That's what it sounded like. It was just clink, 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 clink. I said, baby. Oh, yeah, listen, we had ourselves a good time, honey. We had ourselves a good time. Don't forget tonight at 8:30-ish, we'll be on Scotty's channel talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac looks. We're going to get into it tonight. We got a special guest coming through that y'all are going to enjoy. Conch tastes like scallops. Maybe I got some scallops. I'm about to, when I get off of here, I have some scallops and some shrimp. I'm about to make some scallops and some shrimp, and I'm about to cook. I have bought some fresh kale and spinach, and I need to cook it before it, of course, before it goes bad. So I'm gonna cook the kale and the spinach, and I'm gonna sear those scallops. I love scallops. I'm gonna sear them scallops, and I'm gonna steam the shrimp, and I'm just gonna make a little concoction. I have some ravioli in there too. I'm on the fence about whether I'm gonna actually cook the ravioli today or make that a separate meal. I'm on the fence. But I am gonna cook some of that. I'm not even gonna cook all of the scallops and shrimp today. So what I think I might do is just do the spinach and kale today with it, and then I'll hold on to the ravioli for another day and cook the rest of it another day. Because I really ain't been eating a lot. I bought all that food to be stuck in the house, and I really have not eaten a lot. Reach out to her as a potential sponsor. You can provide content for their website and your channel, picture and 12. I might. Maybe I'll see if she want me. I said, if you sponsor me to come out there, now just don't put me in that Airbnb, girl. Just don't put me in that Airbnb, girl. But if you especially since she opening one here in Maryland, you know what, Lauren, that's not a bad idea. They know these women want to do 5-star stuff since they can't afford it in their normal life. I can't stand him. I can't stand him, y'all. I can't stand him. Why do you keep saying you don't know how to cook? Because I don't. Because I don't. I mean, when I say I don't know how to cook, I know how to. I mean, clearly I ain't starving, but I'm not a cook. I don't enjoy cooking, and I'm not a cook. You know what I mean? Like, I put stuff together as I think about it in my head. I mean, it may not taste good to nobody but me. And trust, believe, I have a whole lot more of misses than I have hits, okay? The shit be sounding good, but when I get done with it, I'll be like, this didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to, But I'd like to see, I mean, scallops aren't hard to cook. Shrimp isn't hard to cook. And spinach and kale. So it's not like I'm going to add a little seasoning, cook it up. You know what I mean? It's not really hard, So now I don't cook scallops as often. But shrimp is, you just steaming it. You just put it in, you steam it. And add a little Old Bay to it. And then I have shrimp that's in the, it's still, I need to peel it. And, yeah. I wasn't looking at my phone when you read the comment. You knew it was Mims. Right. You knew it was Mims. Right. I know how to feed myself. Exactly. I wouldn't probably cook. Like if I made that, I don't know if I would make that for other people. There you go. I can read the hell out of a recipe, but what it actually tastes like when I'm done, I mean, miss my spinach, kale, and collards. Oh, I love me some spinach, kale, and collards, child. So let's talk about, before we get off of here, honey. And again, Thank you for the Cash App. For the people who sent Cash Apps, thank you. I appreciate it. If anybody else wants to donate to the I'm Stuck in the House Fund, the number for today is $4.03. You know, any variation of $4.03, you know, it's appreciated. But if you don't want to do any of that, can you just hit the like button for me? It is free. What, y'all? 99. It is free. What? 99. All right. Okay. Am I the only black that doesn't eat collars? I don't know if you're the only one, but I know I love me the hell out of some collars. Do you sear your scallops with olive oil or pure butter? What I'm going to do today is sear it with butter. That's what I'm gonna do today is butter and a little bit of garlic, a little bit of I have fresh garlic. So some garlic, well, not fresh garlic. I have minced garlic. It's not fresh. I have some minced garlic, a little bit of butter. And I actually have, now this is where I be making shit up in my head. It sound good. I have a little bit of like that wine, like the wine vinegar. I may try with a little bit of that. I may do a little bit of wine, but in my mind, I feel like I've heard that at a restaurant somewhere. In my mind, I feel like in a restaurant somewhere I've heard that. So I may add a little shh to it because it sound good. Now, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Sound good though. Is busy watching traders? I don't know. I don't even know. No vinegar, white wine. That's what I do at least. Oh, so no vinegar because it's white wine vinegar. Don't do that. Okay, see, thank you. Because I don't have no white wine in this house. I'm not a wine drinker. I don't have any wine in this house. Mims. Now he making a Cash App request of $4.03. See how they do you? Moving right along. I'm gonna decline it. Decline. You could eat my weight in collars and ham hocks or smoked turkey. Oh, if I could, I'd eat my weight. Oh, sure. Is that something on the list of things you can't eat, or you don't eat it? All right, so let's talk about this America's Next Top Model documentary that's coming out. Let me say this to you guys. Actually, I'm going to say it. The winner of the first America's Next Top Model, actually, she almost took my words out of my mouth. So I'm going to read what she said because I agree with what she said. Damn it. I didn't. Hold on, y'all. I didn't. Let me get what she said. Because I actually agree with what she said. So, Adrienne Curry, who was the first winner of America's Next Top Model, she said the following. She said, I am deeply grateful I won the first season of Top Model. I think people psychoanalyzing it over 20 years later with a woke lens is absurd. I don't trust people to not manipulate things I say for TV, so I decline everything. Also, the public is cult-like and cruel. So the last thing I want is a bunch of eyeballs on me. So this is what I mean, and I agree with. I feel like it's hard to take things out of the time in which they were made and compare it to where we are as a society today. There are a lot of things that we would not be okay with in our world today. I told you guys I review, and I know it's been a long time since I did one. I was gonna do one. I'm gonna do one this week. Falcon Crest is my favorite nighttime soap. Out of all of the nighttime soaps, Falcon Crest is my favorite. But when I go back and look at some of these episodes, because y'all know I was doing my little retro reviews, it's probably been about a year since I've done one. But I'm gonna do one this week. How about that? But when you go back and we gotta hit the goal, Mims. We gotta hit the goal. I'm about to get off of here in a few minutes anyway because El Teddy's going live at 5. But when I go back and I look at some of the old episodes, there are episodes on there where people are saying stuff that's not politically correct. There are people on there that are like, there was one scene I told you guys where the woman slaps her husband and he slaps her back. We would never really do that today. Like, there was another scene where the husband threw the woman down on the bed, and I ain't gonna say he assaulted her, but he damn near did. You see what I'm saying? And we wouldn't do that today. They wouldn't even write that into a storyline today, right? That was just regular husband and wife stuff back then. And I'm saying that to say this. Yes, a lot of egregious shit was done on America's Next Top Model that we look back on now and we're like, oh my gosh. Most people, if they're being honest with themselves, most people in the moment didn't see anything wrong with it. Most people. Now, there's always outliers. There are always outliers, but most people. So I'm going to watch the documentary because for me it's nostalgia because I watched America's Next Top Model until she fired the people. I can't remember their name now. Not Nigel Barker, but the runway coach and the photographer. They had the same first name. Shit. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Jay Alexander, that's it. Jay Alexander and Jay Manuel. I watched it up until she fired the Jays, right? And when I say she, the company, whoever fired them. Because for me, I was like, first of all, you fucking up the chemistry of the show. And second of all, I'm like, damn, I thought those were your friends. Like, I thought those were people you fucked with. So it just kind of did something for me. Then I know after that, that's when they started doing like, you know, the men and all this stuff. And I was like, And I was older then too. I was kind of growing out of that whole mindset. But when I think back on, somebody said, give an example. You mean give an example of what? Something on the show? Well, for a perfect example, my favorite part of the show were the makeovers. I couldn't wait to see what Tyra was going to do with these makeovers. And some of the makeovers were more extreme than others. Like the makeover where they were actually sending people to the dentist and pulling people's teeth. And you know what I mean? Like, hello, like, I'm sorry, we're doing what? We're permanently giving people like permanent facial situations, you know? The blackface photo shoot that they did, which they should have known that was in poor taste, but that's another conversation. What they did to Cara being a plus size model, yet she basically got chastised every week for being a plus size model. I'm like, but you literally bought her to be a plus size model. Like, you bought her on here as a plus size model. And ultimately she got eliminated because they were like, well, you got mad when they didn't have any clothes that couldn't fit you. She wasn't supposed to feel no kind of way about her being a plus size model and there are no clothes that could fit her as a plus size model. And those are just small things, you guys, but those are things that today wouldn't be seen they wouldn't be seen as, oh, well, that's just par for the course. They wouldn't see it that way. Yeah, the cutting off of the hair wasn't a big deal. The dyeing of the hair wasn't a big deal. But when she was actually sending people for cosmetic, you know, dental cosmetic surgery, it's like, whoa. And then how they harped on people's weight. They harped on people's weight so much. And again, I just feel like, and then even the way they said the condition of the house where people weren't allowed to call their family and, just a lot of kind of stuff. So when I look back on it now, the stuff that I enjoyed watching the show is stuff that I probably wouldn't enjoy today. And I'd be like, what the fuck? What they mean? Why she can't do that? Why they got to do it that way? Why, and I haven't watched the show in a long time, so I can't give deeper examples. But I'm just saying, yes, I'm going to watch the documentary, but I agree that it's hard for us to look back on things from a different time period where things were acceptable with the lens that we have today. That's just my opinion, and everybody may not agree. When we look, I mean, because again, we could look back on TV shows. It was a huge deal to cut a black woman's hair off. Was it? Okay, I didn't know it was. I've never been. I've never been the person that's tied to my hair, so I didn't know it was a big deal to cut your hair. I didn't think cutting your hair was a big deal. That's just me. That's just me. I hated when that mean, annoying model was a judge. Janice Dixon was a very nasty woman. I remember when she had her show and her son wanted to start a plus size model. Her son wanted to start a plus size model. She was as nasty as it gets. That girl bawled her eyes out when they cut her hair and they eliminated her the very next day. I do remember that. I do remember that. Like, I remember one of the contestants was married and they wouldn't let her call her husband or something. But something, I remember there being an issue because she missed the call from her husband. And again, it's easy for us to look back. You know, they always say hindsight is 20/20. So it's always easy for us to look back on stuff and be like, oh no, this, that, and the other. And oh no, it should have been like this. And oh no, it should have been like that. It's really easy for us to do that, to look back on stuff with that 20/20 vision. But I just feel like, because we can look back on when we've talked about old Housewives, we can go back to the early years of Housewives and hear some of the things that people said and did. It's cringy. Real World. We could go back to the Real World, which is the first reality TV show, and we can hear some of the things that were said and done. Cringy. But we're in a different political space where certain things are just not acceptable anymore. So, are there things that Tyra Banks can go back and apologize for about her behavior? Absolutely. I'm not letting Tyra Banks off the hook. But what I'm saying is, I don't want us to just condemn the whole era of America's Next Top Model. I mean, America's Next Top Model did what it was supposed to do. It bought models. And the modeling world at that time was a different space than where it is today. Because there were a lot of people that did not do well, but there were a lot of people that came out of America's Next Top Model and their life changed. I mean, we could look at Eva, and Eva is still around. Takara is still around. What's the other black model? The one that's on Chicago Med. She's still around. Like, there are people who left that show and were able to create a career for themselves. Not everybody, obviously, but I mean, we could look at. I mean, it's the same thing with Yaya. Thank you, Yaya DaCosta. Yeah. Yeah, Yaya's doing very well. Eva's doing very well. I don't follow as much as the black one. I mean, as much as the white ones, but some of the white models are doing very well. The girl that she's not. I'm sorry, Anne Marie. I think she's androgynous. I think they're. I'm sorry. I think their pronouns are they. But the one that dated Raven Simone, she's doing. I'm sorry. They're doing very well. They're doing acting. They're on The Family Business. They were on Empire. So there are people that came out of the America's Next Top Model empire and did really well. So it wasn't all, but again, could things have been done better? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you think she was justified in yelling at Tiffany? In the moment, yeah. Again, I would have to go back and look at that whole episode. At this point, all I remember is the clip. I don't even remember everything. Yeah, Ashley Graham. Yeah. At this point, all I remember is the clip, y'all. So I really don't know. I would have to just go. I really would have to go back and look at the episode. But in that moment, I ain't feel no kind of way about it. Salisha, Cycle 9 winner, is on Days of Our Lives. Yeah, a lot of these women walked away with careers. It's like American Idol. Was American Idol always a great space? No, they did some things that we look back on now and be like, that's fucked up. But a lot of people walked away from American Idol and their lives changed. Everybody didn't become a star, but a lot of people, their lives changed. You know what I'm saying? We also need to keep in mind that this is the first time a competition like this was ever created, especially by a black model. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure their contracts were shitty. Let's be clear. Just like American Idol's contracts, their contracts are shitty. The deal is to do that first. Let me tell you something. The best thing about these competition shows is to not win. The best thing about these competitions, the best thing to happen for these competition shows is for you to not win, but for you to make, as Marie, thank you, I said A Marie, as Marie, but for you to make a big enough splash that you're noticed. So somebody like a Jennifer Hudson, she didn't win, but people walked away from that season knowing who the hell Jennifer Hudson was. And she was able to take that and parlay it, right? But she didn't have to sign that damn contract that Fantasia had to sign and locked her into that bullshit record deal for that first year. You see what I mean? Yeah, the show wasn't the same after the Jays left. Now, that's the one thing I do. I am interested in hearing their side of the story about what happened and how it went down. I would love to hear that. And I know they've told it before, but again, we talking about years have passed, y'all. Fanny's first album was her best commercial success album, but she didn't make any money off of it because she was in that shitty contract with American Idol. You know what I'm saying? She didn't make any money off of it. Would you say American Idol walked so Project Runway could run? Is that what you're saying? Chuck said if it wasn't for America's Next Top Model, there would be no Project Runway and Christian Siriano. Well, there you go. You know? All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. We get ready to go over to El Teddy's house. I want to thank y'all for being here. We will do a members only tomorrow at some point. Y'all know when I go on members only, I'll go on members only on both channels. So I know some people are members on one channel, but not members on the other. And I don't want y'all to feel obligated to have to be a member on both channels. So when we go live, we'll go live on both channels. We'll do that tomorrow. Kelly Clarkson. Jennifer Hudson had the worst music catalog. I like Fantasia's album 2-4. I like both of their music. I know some people aren't crazy about Jennifer Hudson. They say she do all that yelling, but she does. But I like her. That's like Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin do all that damn yelling, but I like me some Riri, honey. I like me some Riri. I was never a Clay Aiken fan. Clay Aiken irritated me. All right, y'all. With that being said, I'm about to get out of here. We'll head over to El Teddy's house. Don't forget at 8:30-ish tonight, we will be on Scotty's channel talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac looks for the reunion. Oh, yeah, I loved Ruben Studdard's CD. I did. His Christmas album is nice, too, if y'all don't have it. All right. Talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.